Okay, Friday the 13th. Unlucky for some. Here we are on the pre-US for another Friday in these markets. Okay, CPI is coming out in line yesterday. Markets really not sure what to do with it. Selling on the data, back up, new highs on the data, then going sideways for a couple of hours, really. And it was pretty disgusting. So we're going to have a look at the SPUs here, oil. And let's look at the euro and the dollar as well after this. Okay, so here's where we got the data on this. Oh, sorry, it was on this bad boy. Was it 1/2 to 1? It's kind of basically here was the jawboning of the hour of trade here. So 30-minute bars. You can see what happened. Really just sideways action, but we were buyers on this market and really a long hold until we got kind of paid out into an attempt to go back into the highs here around 5:30, actually in around here where I was exiting, and then we just really fell back down. And so you can see now this morning really coming in, we're kind of taking back a lot of this upside that we saw yesterday, which really wasn't a huge amount, but we're getting some of the bank earnings coming out pretty soft right now, and that is driving downside in these markets. I do actually want to err on the side of caution here and look for longs much lower down, here around 38.90s potentially for longs. Could be looking. Sorry, hold on. I'll just mute the squawker there. Yeah, we're going to get into a very detailed view of where we want to be long or short, but around, maybe 33.614. Or sorry, that's Dow. Sorry, 908s, 3908s. Potential for something to come into play down in here around the 910s, 908s in around here. But for safety, I like it long down here today. So shorts, yeah, I'd probably be looking to sell a pop back to the P-Val here on the SPUs. So keep it pretty simple today, to be honest. We'll turn that red. All right, so that's the SPUs. Looking out on the daily bars here on the S&P 500 as well, just important to note how it looks. And here we are. If we kind of zoom in here a wee bit. Sorry, just let me lock that and then zoom in. Kind of get it a bit more like this. Yeah, so you can see, we have had that touch on the downward trend, and albeit we then kind of into this sideways action here, the breakout, look at this, the breakout into this upper area, the pullback to the trend, and then bang, further upside. This is a very beefy area for the market to be into. I think, we do need a little bit of a pullback, maybe into this line in the sand, 39.45's quarter, 34's half on the low. Maybe just reverse down into that 45's quarter, and then find buyers to come back up into this general area up in here, denoted by the blue zone. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Don't really want to make any massive fundamental forecasts here at all. So yeah, just trading what we see really in these markets and staying with the context, which kept us in that trade yesterday on equities for the upside. So yeah, all right, let's look at oil. We had some kind of tricky conditions on oil yesterday. To be honest, wasn't trading oil, just really wasn't the thing to be trading on a CPI day. So, this supply and demand area coming into play again. I'm actually going to cut it here because I think generally, you either trade this area side to side, which is a big area, 5, 6, 7, it's about $3.89 in size. So really, you either trade the whole area or you kind of look for something a little more detailed. So for me, I am currently long oil around the P-Val here, 78.31s. We haven't actually traded the P-Val on the 30s, but I'm all right with that. I'm going to be stopping out below and looking for further upside. And if you note here, for the guys who've done the ladder training, look at the amount of offers stacked here at 79.40s up to 45s, just very thick runway up there. So really important to note that as we then, we kind of see on the other side of the tape, there's really nothing comparable to that stacking of orders up here. So I like longs to get up here and maybe, look for targets on 80. What have I got here? 81. I think I got 78, 79.90s. And then what else do we have? 81.20s. So, looking for the big push today on oil to the upside. And if that fails on the P-Val, we'll forget about it and we're going to slip down and potentially go to 76.88s again. All right, that's oil. And then let's have a look at the dollar and the euro. So really, let's look at the dollar. So we're coming into, we go to weekly bars on this thing. And just going to normalize this a little bit. And yeah, so we can kind of see here, trend broken there. But ultimately, if I just kind of take this off, you can kind of see that we've kind of reversed down under this double tweezer top here in 2020, March 2020, to then see sort of reverse down here. I don't think we're finding any buyers this morning. Really not much kind of new lows put in over the euro open there. So I think, even if we do pop on the Dixie, I just really think we're going to get sold down again. And so a pop on the Dixie would drive the euro back down to this 1.08 level, and then look for longs to get on with further kind of highs on the week on the dollar. Really on the fundamental concept that inflation is easing, it's dissipating. We don't need the risk of the dollar anymore. Maybe we, not so many people need to be staying in cash in the Dixie over the deflation deflation happening here. So that's one macro story you could be telling yourself. Really, I'm just trading what I'm seeing technically here. So that's the Dixie. All right, so Dixie and the dollar. All right, that's it for me for another pre-US session. Thanks for tuning in. Please do click the like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned to some of these contextual look aheads on the market. And I will talk to you on Monday. Cheers.